Okay, we're going to give everybody one more minute just to get on. I'm going to pull up my notes. I don't know why I'm whispering. Just felt appropriate. The humidity today is insane, so don't mind the hair. Not that you need to know. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to get rolling here. So if you watched last week's recording or were here, you would know that we talked about protein and the importance of protein. So this week and next week, we are going to be talking about the other macronutrients. I'm going to explain like overall what is a macro and compared to calories and things like that over the next few weeks, which is really important because, excuse me, I gave you guys a very basic understanding of just like overall nutrition and like why it's important to exercise and all of those things. This is more of like a next level conversation to be addressing your nutrition in this way is really important. If you are exercising appropriately and you're eating healthy and all of those things, and not seeing results, a big reason for that is because you are just not balancing out your food appropriately. So I felt like I needed to lay out the groundwork for you to see the importance of each macronutrient, which is a carb, fat, protein. And so that way we can build on that. You could see the importance of it, why each one is so independently important. So today we're going to talk about fat. So last week we talked about protein and simple ways you can implement more protein. Today we're going to talk about fat and just simple fat. I don't know why. Excuse me. I've been yawning. And just how to start to incorporate fat really simply. We're not going to, major adjustments need to be made, just small. So first, we're going to talk about why is fat important. Number one, I got 3 reasons. 1, clean fuel. Fat has more than double the energy content of protein or carbs. More than double the energy content of protein or carbs. So you eat less fat for the same amount of energy. You can eat less for the same amount of energy you require. Your body's store of emergency fuel supply is in the form of fat because it's efficient. Okay. Sorry for all my tongue twisters right there. So yeah, like I said, number 1, clean fuel. Number 2, your body's basic building block. Your membranes or walls of human body cells are made from fat. Okay. So they influence how well a cell absorbs nutrients and also control what substances get in or out of a cell. So fat is needed for blood clotting, wound healing, inflammation response, among other things. So if not for like weight loss and energy and things like that, it is needed for literally your overall general health, for your survival if you're bleeding. So let that sink in. Number 3 is sharp brain, heart, and eyes. So it's good for your heart, brain, and eyes. Vitamins A, D, E, and K cannot be absorbed in your intestines without fat. Let me let that sink in. Vitamin A, D, E, and K cannot be absorbed in your intestines without fat. Also, some types of fat, such as omega-3, omega-6 fatty acids, can't be produced by your body and must come from your diet. these are really important. Literally, like you got the restart. The scientific, the science behind why it is so important is huge. It is very substantial. Again, vitamins A, D, E, and K can't be absorbed in your intestines without fat. Also, some types of fats, such as omega-3, omega-6 fatty acids, can't be produced by your body. They must come from your diet. That's why sometimes people will suggest having an omega-3 or taking a supplement in that way. Actually, I believe I take that. I will show you. I take this pack right here. And I'm not going to just read it all right now, but I believe that is in there also, the omega fatty acids. A lot of multivitamins get it in there. So your brain, eyes and heart function and your growth and development depends on fat. In fact, your brain is literally 60% fat. There are so many reasons why fat is so important. I was like reading up on a bunch of this stuff and just writing what I know. It is amazing. It is amazing what fat does for your body, and not like physical fat, but like the macronutrient. It is amazing what it does for you and for your body. So I thought that was really cool. So, all right, Maria, I see why it's important. How do I know how much fat I should be eating? This is another really important point. This is why I literally coach on this, on how to fuel your body accordingly. But most international and national recommendations put the range of fat intake between 20% and 35% of their total daily energy intake. Okay. So if you're a reasonably active woman, for example, your typical energy requirement is 2,000 calories a day, of which between 44 grams and 78 grams should be fat. That's a good chunk. It's a good chunk of what you should be eating. And that ends up being, let me make the calculation. So let's go like in the middle, like 55 grams of fat. Grams is not calories. So that would be almost 500 grams, 500 calories of fat. So it's a good chunk. A good chunk. Okay. So hopefully you believe me on why it's important. So just to reiterate that really, really quick, fat is clean fuel. It is your body's basic building block. It helps you absorb vitamins and sharp brain, heart, and eyes. And how much should you eat? For the average reasonably active woman, typically for the range for adults is 20 to 35%. So Maria, how the heck do I start? Just start with wherever you're closest to. Let's say right now you're averaging 30% of fat. All right, so hang out there or drop it a little, adjust it a little bit, see where you're at currently. Maybe you're at 40% of fat intake. All right, so let's drop it to 35. How can I know this? Download MyFitnessPal. Perfect app to help you make percentages and things like that. So hopefully this helps you understand why fat intake is important. Now, 5 examples of fat or 5 ways you can get more fat in. A lot of people don't actually know what's a protein, what's a fat, what's a carb. So I felt it really important to give you examples of each. So 5 examples. 1, avocado. Number 2, peanut butter. This is any peanut butter, but your regular standard Skippy, a lot of fat. Cottage cheese is a great fat source because it also has a good amount of protein in it. Also, any of your red meats have very high fat content. Your burgers, your turkey, or I should say like your ground turkey, turkey burgers, all of that stuff, high in fat. Nuts. Nuts are not a protein. They're a fat. Okay, just to remind you that. And oils. Oils are also another great source of fat. Nothing wrong with a little vegetable oil in your veggies. But all of those things, super duper important. So with that being said, I encourage you guys to see how much fat you're getting in your diet. And you want to be at a range of, oh gosh, let me pull that up again. You want to be in a range to 20 to 35%. So if you're not there, maybe it's time for you to look into it. Again, how you could do that is download MyFitnessPal. You can literally set your percentages in there. Is that going to be 1000% accurate as far as macros go? No, I'm literally a coach. So I don't think they're 100% accurate. So, but what I would suggest is you could download it, see what percentage you're at. You know that you need to be in between 20 and 35. Boom, done. Okay. So again, I hope that was helpful. You have your fat sources to try. And now so I like to do every few weeks, we do a little bit upper, a little bit lower. Full body was last week. This week, we are going to be doing a stretch routine, which is one of my favorites, especially on a night like tonight. It's been humid and gross. So we're going to do a nice stretch routine. So I'm going to give you a minute. You can grab a mat. You can grab a blanket. My mat is not up here, so a blanket for me it is. So like I said, I'm going to give you a minute. Oops. Give you a minute to get yourself situated. I'm gonna get myself a blanket. It is important to implement stretching. Very, very important to implement stretching. So, I'm gonna start music. If you have an Apple Watch, of course, this counts. So plug it in. You could say yoga or stretching. I'm going to play some music and you could just follow along with me. Let's see if it's interesting enough. All right, so we're going to start with some simple cat-cow. So you're here, round the back, chin to chest. And arch looking up. And round back, chin to chest. And arch. Keep going here, whatever pace is comfortable. We're going to take one hand all the way up. And swoop it underneath all the way. You could bring your other hand to meet it for a nice stretch in the upper back. Place your hand up. Go back to tabletop. You're going to take the opposite hand, bring it up, stretch, and shoot it underneath. Place your hand coming back up. You're going to have the knees come a little bit apart and go back into a child's pose. So knees apart, so a little bit further than normal. Hands shoot forward, drop your head down. Walk your hands back, coming up, and you can actually walk forward a little bit if this is comfortable. If not, stay in the position you were just in. So knees are out. You can let the feet drop to the side a little bit and drop right down if you want. Slowly coming up, sliding the knees together, coming all the way back down. You can walk your hands to the right. Coming up and walking your hands to the left. And then bring your hands behind your back. Come up nice and slow, dropping your glutes down. And I switch here. And lay flat down. You can bring one leg back, bringing your foot to glute. Foot to glute, dropping the head down. You could bring both hands if you feel comfortable. Nice easy switch. You can then flip over onto your back. One leg bent, one leg crossed. If you need a little increase, you can bring the leg back. Thanks. Nice and easy switch. I'm gonna take that same leg and straighten it out. And keep the knees soft. Nice and easy. Switch legs. And you could bring knees apart and easy rock side to side. Or actually just hold apart first. Knees together. Easy rock side to side. Slowly bring the feet down. Stretch all the way up. Stretch the toes. Excellent. Excellent, excellent job. That felt so good for me. I hope it felt just as good for you. You can stay there for a second. You can repeat all the stretches if you'd like, or slowly come up to seated like I am doing now. But I hope this was helpful for you guys. You can turn your watch. I hope this was helpful for you guys. And the stretch routine you can repeat at any point after your workouts, or just to unwind at the end of the night. So I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you next week.